We traveled to camps all over the continent, to different countries over the years, and influencing kids and bringing kids together, teaching basketball, teaching the sport that changed my life, that changed everything for me. To bring all those kids to one place, to one country, here, all together, to celebrate culture, entertainment, basketball, education, all in one, I think is going to be the most unbelievable feeling that we're going to have in an unbelievable country. I thank God for the opportunity that I've been given, and I thank President Kagame for the leadership he's given us to give us this opportunity to have this in this special country. We are super excited, super excited to bring the Giants of Africa Festival here.
I came to day one with the mindset that I wanted to be the best player, the best shooter. I wanted to be the best three-pointer. And I realized that basketball was much more than that, and the camp offered that. This basketball experience wasn't about finding the best. It was about finding the best within yourself. So throughout the camp, I struggled, but I found myself. And Giants of Africa reaffirmed the persona in me that really wanted to protect Africa and treat her like my child. And that really reignited the vision of Africa that I have. And I look at Africa as a place where I want youth to be involved in decision making. I want women to be more represented as it is here in Rwanda. 61%, it's the leading global statistic. Well done, Rwanda. In Africa, where we're not dependent on aid, but our abundant resources. In Africa, where we can look and be proud. But mostly in Africa, where we don't make excuses, we act. And through Giants of Africa, we looked at all these long-term goals and we wrote down what we wanted to achieve, but we also looked at role models who inspire us and drive this passion. And admittedly, one of mine was President Kagame. His benevolent leadership. You, sir, are benevolent. You, sir, always look for the best in the worst situations. You, sir, are not shy to engage in conversations that challenge the stigma that makes Africa look underestimated and wrong. You, sir, are a perfect example. And I'd like to thank you for being the voice of Africa. Giants of Africa uses basketball as a tool, and they do it explicitly by making us look at dreaming big, being confident, but also positively affirming us as leaders. After all, 60% of Africa is youth. And we must act now, or else we'll never have someone to fill these big shoes. Our common passion for this continent and our love of sports will create unity, peace, and a shared prosperity. And I want to thank Masai and Giants of Africa for giving me a voice, for giving us a voice. Thank you.
This is truly a momentous moment. It is the beginning of something very special that will culminate in August, the 16th to the 22nd. I have been blessed enough to travel the world telling stories about people and places that might not always take center stage. And some of my most memorable stories have been about young people here on this continent. But in addition to being a storyteller, I'm perhaps most proud of the work I'm doing with my organization, We Can Lead, Women Everywhere Can Lead. And I believe that this isn't a hobby, it's a mission. It's a mission that we all should be engaged in, empowering the youth of this continent. I think Myrah said it perfectly. They are 60% of this continent. They are the engine to catalyze our potential. And it's important that we have conversations with them. Conversations about leadership, conversations about decision-making, conversations about self-esteem. And Masai and the entire Giants of Africa team believe that those conversations should be a cornerstone of this festival. And so in August, it won't just be about basketball. It won't just be about the entertainment and the celebration of food and culture. It will also be about having these critical conversations with the young boys and girls.
You know, it shows these young people in Rwanda that want to be sportsmen that they're not forgotten about, whether they're educated or uneducated. And something very important that I've seen in my period of getting to know Masai and Sarah and other people in the team is that Giants of Africa doesn't only just teach the sport, but it teaches discipline, and it also helps them develop their self-esteem, which is so, so important. And I'm just really excited to be a part of it.
Masai is always a good moment for me to take this opportunity to thank you, because you do us proud, not only we in Rwanda, but the whole continent, from being the idea of Giants of Africa to making that a reality. So to young people, when you're talking about Giants of Africa, and the festival we are going to have here, it's a reminder, first of all, that you young people are giants in the making, which means there's a lot of work you have to do in order to fulfill the enormous potential you have and see across our continent. So the importance of this moment is that we are clear about that path, and we don't take anything for granted. So we have to invest ourselves and do what needs to be done, and especially take the opportunities available to us, like this moment, like what this festival holds for many of the African young people who form the majority of the population of our continent. So I just want to welcome everyone, and you will see that when and going towards August, that this country is a welcoming country. It's a country that wants to do itself proud and do it for Africa, and you know, so that all of us could at one time be wherever we want to be and fulfill our aspirations. So thank you very much, and we hope we'll make it a success. And as Masai said earlier, Africans, we will really succeed in many ambitions we have for ourselves. So let's go. Thank you very much.